Hello, everyone. My name is Lamont Brooks, and this is for History 300, week number 4, for a concept of theme and place and of the positive going ons in Africa. The country that I choose to write about is Kenya. The article comes from New York Times. It's called Geothermal Energy Grows in Kenya by Amy Yee, February the 23rd in 2018. I am going to be summarizing and using in my own words what's going on in Hell Gates, Kenya. So pretty much, in Hell's Gates National Park, Kenya, the hills they stretch into a distance from the Hell Gate area. There's a lot of animal and wildlife going on there, from zebras, buffalo, antelope, bamboos, and wildlife. It's not your particular area that we mostly see in movies showing, there is tons of articles other than positive going on AIDS and a lot of other things that are going on that take our headlines in Kenya and or not your, concept of the animals or life that we see or tend to think about when we think of Africa. But this particular area of Kenya, talking a little bit about the geography of it, the landscape. It's more of a volcanic valley because it hosts these big power plants. And there's miles and miles of pipes, some high off of grounds, so some so high that giraffes can literally walk under the pathways. And yeah, but Kenya is increasingly turning to generators that allow it to expand electrical service and power for growing to help boom their economy. The park, Hell's Gate Park in Kenya, it stretches about 50 miles across the capital, which is Nairobi, and it sits over East African Rift. It has a huge fracture in the earth crust, and it cuts through Uganda, Ethiopia, and other countries. The stem in these power plants that helps to generate electricity. 47% of Kenya electricity in 2015 was with hydropower, and then 35% was generating much of the rest. Kenya had pushed really hard to harness its geothermal capabilities. They generated about 45 megawatts of power with geothermal energy. In 1985, that it did that, and now it generates 630 megawatts to nearly 400 megawatts of production since 2014. The big growth in geothermal power makes it promising for Kenya because it basically is going to generate renewable energy for the country of about 44 million people, is expected to nearly double by the year 2050. Because Kenya lacks electricity, only 40% of its population has access to reliable service, but much of Africa continent has even less. Only about 25% of Africans have access to the reliable electricity. Africa is home to 16% of our world's population, but it only consumes about 3.3% of our global power production. But the geothermal heating allows us to sell, allows, when I say us, Kenya, to sell 380 million flower stems each year, and also grow a variety of roses that would be not that would be not be economically able to do without this 24-hour heating. Another geothermal field that's under development north of Hell Gate is the geothermal energy that helps to heat and bring electricity to homes. It's expected to bring about power to 500,000 households and 300,000 small and medium-sized business, and this is according to the African Development Bank Group. So pretty much the rise of the geothermal energy, it ranks ninth in the world now. and it has helped to reduce electricity rates and expand electricity. So, in conclusion, overall, the geothermal energy is a big help to Kenya. Kenya, that has the miles and miles of pipes and the land and resources to use geothermal energy, is not only valuable in a positive light to them, and that they can have electricity, they can also use it as a means of income for them to make a ways of a better life. I thought this was very good to speak on because we, like I said, we usually hear, of the high AIDS rates, the civil wars that go on there, but they're using energy in a place like Kenya, and it's amazing to me. So that is all, and thank you.